Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a big community post with super important upcoming changes that have been detailed and the return of Battlefield Labs apparently today, December 2nd, as of this video releasing. We have a lot to cover, so let's get right into things. If you want to follow Battlefield 6, this is the channel for you. I do tips and tricks guides, weapon builds, news, all that sort of stuff. Hit the sub button, hit the like button, and if you've never swung by a stream, I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders and this YouTube channel as well. On December 10th, I have a $650,000 Battlefield 6 Red Second Gauntlet tournament. The Elite Series, gonna be insane, not gonna wanna miss it. So starting off this community post, they sort of remind us what Battlefield Labs was for, and they said earlier phases of Battlefield Labs helped them gather fast focused feedback, and now they're evolving and building off of the foundation that the game has right now. The Battlefield Labs test that is happening today will be testing some changes and content that is apparently arriving in the next update for Battlefield 6 that is coming out on December 9th. As of this video releasing, we do not have the full patch notes associated with the December 9th update. I'm sure we'll get those in the next few days here. Now, the things that they're testing are incredibly important to the gameplay of the game and some of the largest issues I see mentioned from the Battlefield community. In Battlefield Labs, they will be testing audio, specifically footsteps, networking hit registration with netcode, and broader adjustments to, quote, key combat systems that influence everything, apparently. DICE said this upcoming session focuses on improvements to core gameplay, including clarity, responsiveness, and overall combat feel. These changes will be tested on Eastwood and Operation Firestorm in the All Out Warfare playlists. They go on to specifically detail audio footstep updates that improve distance perception, surface definition, and enemy audibility. I cannot stress to you enough how important this is. One of the most frustrating things in the game, for me personally, and I know for many other people, is the fact that the audio just isn't well placed. You lose footsteps. There are instances of no footsteps at all from enemy players and they're directly next to you. And that sort of audible information is absolutely crucial in every single scenario in the game, particularly in Battlefield, because the game is so inherently random, you really need information to make decisions off of. When I read the specific patch note, I could just feel like a wash of relief coming over me, you know what I mean? I really hope they manage to just one-shot this fix. The update comes out on December 9th, and Battlefield 6 has vastly improved audio, and we can just stop complaining about it, and the whole game is better as a result. That would be just a wonderful situation. The next thing that they're working on is also, I'd say, equally as important, if not maybe even more important, networking and hit registration. A lot of people have been complaining about hit reg. A ton of people have been complaining about dying around corners, including me, of course. They stated in this labs playtest they are working on refinements aimed at core consistent interactions and better responsiveness during close quarters and high-intensity combat. Again, can't stress enough how important this is. Dying around corners is infuriating, especially when it's blatantly obvious that death was bullshit. I'm sure everyone listening to this video or watching it has experienced this. You take a gunfight, you clearly win the gunfight, and then maybe, yeah, you're caught off a little bit, you get hit twice, and then you get hit 2 or 3 more times just 2 meters behind a wall and you die. And it's like, oh no. You know, what is this, Battlefield 3 with 10 hertz servers? I already said this for the audio, but hopefully DICE can one-shot this problem, and come December 9th, audio and netcode and hit reg are just way better. The last thing they mention is broader adjustments across key combat systems that influence all experiences evaluated through focused labs testing. I would love some elaboration on this, you know, like what is this? What are we talking about here, DICE? After they detail the upcoming changes, they then go into how Battlefield Labs is going to evolve, and they said, as Battlefield Labs continues to grow, we are expanding how to test new gameplay throughout our development phases to gather clearer insights, involve more players, and validate upcoming experiences more effectively. Looking ahead, we'll host 2 main types of play opportunities for players in Battlefield Labs. Number 1, planned play sessions, and number 2, quick short notice sessions. The planned play sessions to me seem more important than the quick short notice sessions, because these planned play sessions sound like they're going to focus on specific features or content that they want to validate and improve ahead of the content's release. So there could potentially be some super important things that are pushed to DICE on, let's say, a new map where there's like a game-breaking exploit. Hopefully players in Battlefield Labs can actually find exploits like that, find bugs, find things that need to be fixed in the upcoming content before it's released. The quicker play sessions, while still important, are definitely going to be less impactful overall, in my opinion, because, as they stated, these quicker play sessions are meant to gather rapid insights on things that benefit from immediate community feedback. So this could be something like, just for instance, a gunplay change, right? Maybe they want to test a quick gunplay change and get some feedback, and maybe the players yell at them or the players celebrate it. Either way, both of these session types sound great, and I hope more people get put in Battlefield Labs. Every single time I talk about Battlefield Labs, there's always multiple people in the comment section that state, well, I signed up 3 months ago and I haven't gotten an invite. So I hope they just expand it out and just get more people in there. The final thing they mentioned in this post is looking ahead to the future of Battlefield Labs and what they plan to do. They said, in the months ahead, we'll use Battlefield Labs to look at a broader range of early concepts and experimental scenarios that benefit from real player insight. Beyond that, we're preparing future Labs sessions that explore changes to map layouts, pacing, and alternative team compositions such as smaller player counts or vehicle-focused setups. This is really interesting on multiple fronts. So, number one, they mention changes to map layouts. That's huge. They don't really typically do any of that stuff. Like, obviously, in Battlefield 2042, unfortunately, they had to rework every single base game map. But in terms of map layout, it's cool to see that they're actually willing to do that. Pacing being mentioned is also interesting because that could mean a whole slew of things, right? Like, you can interpret pacing to mean movement. You can interpret pacing to mean time to action, like how fast you actually get into action between point to point or just from the start of the game. So we'll have to see how they expand on that. And then the last one, alternative team compositions, such as smaller player counts or vehicle-focused setups. Smaller player counts. I mean, I saw some people that have been rubbed wrong by this statement. People have read this and interpreted it as them wanting to, ruin Battlefield. Yes, unfortunately, I've already seen comments like that. But I guess we'll learn what they mean to do with this later on. And the final thing they mention is basically in Battlefield Labs, you'll be able to test new maps and modes, experiences, experimental rule sets, prototype mechanics, environmental changes, and more. So that was that post, but I still have one more really important thing that I think a lot of you will appreciate here. Those of you that fly in air vehicles in Battlefield 6 will know that air radar is essentially worthless, it's broken, and it needs to be fixed. Some players were expressing concerns that developers have not acknowledged this, but a developer who is actually the main vehicle guy at EA DICE did acknowledge it, and he said, "It is known and it will be fixed. There are some concerns over performance as the minimap works differently here, which needs extra time and attention. Either way, this shouldn't have been something players have to deal with for so long. No arguments." So it's cool to see that type of, straight to the point response. I love how DICE developers have been communicating with the player base on Twitter and on Reddit and other social media. It's great to see. It is a far cry from how it used to be in Battlefield 5, where, again, even if you paid DICE, it felt like we were never going to get a statement. So cool things to come. I'll definitely be telling you guys all the official changes that will be coming on December 9th once the patch notes get released. Looking forward to the audio changes and the netcode changes in particular. Fingers crossed they nail those things first try and Battlefield 6 gets, 50% better. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, if they nail the audio and the netcode, the game it's a different fucking game. It'll be so much better. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy the channel, you want to keep up to date with the game, hit the sub button, hit the like button. Let me know what you think about this stuff in the comments section, and swing by a stream. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/enders and this YouTube channel. All links are in the description for Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.